Easy.
Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. This is Star Wars Saturdays, so named because pretty much every Saturday for the last few years, I have taken variety. In fact, by the end of this year, I'm slated to be up to 70 different RPGs that I've reskinned or hacked or re-envisioned a little bit so that I could run it in Star Wars. And a bunch of folks get together with me each month. Cast changes. Sometimes we have returning characters. Sometimes we have brand new characters, and folks will get that system, create characters, or gather those characters together and tell a story. This month we are playing Starscape, which is a game in beta, or for my friends across the pond, beta playtest. I don't like beta myself, but beta is fine. It's perfectly fine. In playtest, it's coming from Golden Lasso Games. It's powered by the Apocalypse game, created for sci-fi adventure, a little bit of space opera, probably leaning more along the lines of Firefly, Babylon 5, Farscape, per the name, and some Star Trek for sure. But we can squint a little bit and shave off some of the really smooth edges to put a little spots of rust and the like and pretend that it's Star Wars. We're on the third session of this 4-game series. So far, the crew of the the Dancing Sarlacc have taken on a ferry job, meaning that they are moving passengers. The passengers were picked up or left with them at Spaceport Trident Vespa, or sorry, they went to pick up the passengers and are taking them to a place known as Junction 5, to a particular spaceport known as Station 88. However, from the moment that they left Spaceport Trident Vespa, troubles have beset them, as the ship was, well, as the Beastie Boys might put it, it was sabotaged. The engines nearly blew up as you were taking off, but you were able to, due to the plucky help of Maka Jin, able to repair the ship enough to where she could jump into hyperspace. But the troubles didn't end there, as the Loth Wolves were your passengers. Not that you were officially known that, but those who had rebel sympathies were aware that these were a spec ops group for the New Republic known as the Loth Wolves. And the Loth Wolves, it turns out that there's some problems among them. As you continue to investigate what was going on, found more pieces of sabotage that were set to blow the engine, to drop you out of hyperspace and set off a beacon of some kind. You were able to stop any permanent damage from happening, but you were pulled out of hyperspace. And Janela Gentek, as the pilot, you get the wondrous realization, as some folks coming out of hyperspace was a Galanti cruiser. This is a very large cruiser that was carrying 4 TIE fighters, which immediately took off and started flying around and firing upon the starship, the Dancing Sarlacc. However, the Gazanti class cruiser met its end due to the heroic actions of a character that Janela Gentek probably didn't even know existed on the ship. Some alien droid used some unreal power of some kind. Perhaps, Jayla, you got a tingle in the back of your neck as something exploded and destroyed the Gazanti class cruiser, and Fusion, the droid, was no more. Also, Lishbek Fen thought that she was able to help the ship by disarming something, but unfortunately it kind of blew up in her face, and she passed out in the med bay, and in the infirmary / med bay, and she's under the care of, if I remember correctly, we have a a counselor, but we also have a droid, regular med droid that is has the worst possible bedside manner, that is caring for Lishbrook Finn, who will wake up at the beginning of our episodes, so we don't have to have Will out for too long. But at the beginning of our session, because it's a shortened session, I'm not going to worry about making everybody do introductions, because I think we all know who the characters are. Janella, you're dealing with 4 TIE fighters who want to shoot you out of space. Crash, you are standing over the body of... Oh, other thing that happened, Janella, that would be important for you to know. The ship itself, the Sarlacc, has a number of concussion missile tubes, but they have been all fired. You did not fire them. They were manually fired from... Exactly. So all that you are left with are just, other weapons such as your proton. See, I don't even think you have any proton torpedoes. You have basically lasers and your amazing skill as a
Proton torpedoes. What do you think this is?
I know. What am I doing? It's photon. Jeez and crackers, Rich. Come on. Oh,
And that's not even the right universe.
I know. One demerit, House Rogers. Okay. So fuck
that. Okay, shit. Or whatever Star Wars shit is. Shoota.
I do have for your needs
Poodoo, right?
Name,
Poodoo?
exactly. Poodoo is exactly it. Bantha Poodoo, Bantha fodder. Anyway, so we are beginning at the moment when so Crash, you're dealing with all the concussion missile tubes having been fired. There could be other saboteurs on the ship. Makajin, you were able to get the engines back online. Janella, for a brief period, the engines were offline. The engines themselves are made to be like decoupled so that people can work on them. Someone forced it to decouple, and it took Makajin her amazing skills with Fusion's help to get them back online. And then Lishbrook Finn, you'll be waking up with being thrown from people being thrown from left to right, but you're strapped into your bed, your infirmary bed in the med bay. So that's where everyone is placed. But let's start off with Janella Gentech, because I want to see how the Starship moves work in this fine game. Janella, there are 4 TIE fighters who are coming around. In fact, you hear one. They're flying past you.
Okay. So yeah, like I'm doing pilot stuff, and I've got like, the weapon system probably like we gotta like take some of their TIE fighters. We shoot them. They don't have shields, They're very fast, very maneuverable. Can't believe somebody fired all our missiles. What the hell?
Just fired them all off at nothingness. It's so mean. They really did that.
Am I the only gunner on this ship? Okay. Yeah, let's try and take a TIE fighter down.
Okay, so if we look at our move sheet, you've got a few options with ship moves: flying, and then weapons. So these are 2 different moves. Which move would you like to engage first?
I mean, I feel like weapons, right? Trying to damage a TIE fighter.
So there's one TIE fighter that flies past you if they just made a run and kind of strafed. Yep. And so you wish to fire your weapons. So use the ship's weapon systems to cause damage or harm. Roll plus body.
No, I roll plus courage. I'm a maverick. I took a move.
Oh, awesome. Fantastic.
When you use the ship's weapons or are flying it, roll courage.
Nice.
Doesn't work for repairs.
Okay.
Not a maverick mechanic. Maverick.
Okay, Maverick.
So I guess I gotta look at stuff.
Weapons. It is on column E.
I was just looking at the specialties and all that stuff. So yeah, no, just 2d6 plus 2.
Yes, that sounds fantastic. Good luck. You'll need it.
I got a 6.
Oh my goodness. Did I curse you with my good luck?
I mean, does piloting help with this?
Oh, that's a
Because I
great
am using
question.
ship weapon.
Your specialty should do you have this? Do you have the piloting help with this? What do you mean? What is your
Change-
question? I don't understand.
You know how
Oh, yeah, piloting
specialties-
specialty.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, for some reason I skimmed right over it. Yes, specialties add +1 to rolls, so that does push you right to a 7.
Okay. I would have accepted no since space combat is right below it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to go with no. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
no problem.
Awesome. You get a miss, and thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. I really do. Sweet. So I think what we'll do then is you're firing. I imagine the firing of your laser sounds a little bit like.
Okay.
But as you fire upon one of the TIE fighters, another TIE fighter comes along and shoots that particular turret. Like you were dialing it in and about to take it out, but another TIE fighter came in strafing the opposite direction. They're working very well together. What's wrong with this world? These Imperial fighters are far too good. They're not. What? Please mark. Your weapons are damaged. So if you go to the Your Starship tab, on column GKK on J under number 4. There we go. And so they're not inoperable, but it did knock your shot off and the ship rocks just a little bit.
I'm sorry, our engines are inoperable, people.
Oh, I think you guys fixed it right at the end. So we should
Okay.
probably
Yeah, we fixed it.
uncheck that.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
I was like,
Uncheck.
oh shit.
Cool. So that's your first pass. We're going to cut away to Lish McFinn. As you hear the explosions, there's a klaxon going on, an alarm near you. And
Clearly, like, just waking up from, like the medically induced coma or whatever, right? With our droid like leaning over me and the whole stumbling onto me as the whole ship shakes with the explosions and that battle alarm sound going, a klaxon going off in the Star Wars ships, like we have on A New Hope, right? The whoop, whoop kind of noise.
I believe we are going to die. Please go do something.
Geez, give me a cup of cat first, okay?
I will give you a stimulant. And you see a large syringe slide out and it's going to jam it into your arm. What do you do?
I take the stimulant because I'm too weak to do it, and then I think I sit up with a sudden, like, what's she called, Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction, kind of surge of adrenaline.
Yes, I love that moment. That's very cool.
Then I will clamber out in the Star Wars equivalent of Scrubs and pull the blaster out of my gear that was. And then stumble up the corridor, grabbing like a running crewman who probably yells like, "It's the imps! We're under attack!"
Awesome. Your next action, because you are highly stimulated, your next action is with advantage.
Oh, nice. I'm going to try and pull myself over to the gunner's station.
Ooh, you want to help out by the first thing you notice is that the concussion missile tubes are empty.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody refilled them or something.
What did I miss? Okay. Grab the dangling, one headset, one of these, right? Because it's like Han Solo and Luke. They put on a headset when they get in the gunner's turret, right? And go, hey Jan, what happened to how many are we looking at, Jan? I can see 2 on the scope.
There's 4, right?
4.
Mhm.
Yeah, 4. We got 4 ties.
4
swarming.
ties. Great. What did you do?
I got hit.
I know how that feels.
Or we got
Well,
hit. Yeah. Can somebody load the missiles? What happened to them?
What happened? B47C starts chirping in binary, angrily reminding you, we didn't get hit. You got hit. What are you doing?
You're part of this crew. We.
Would we have concussion missiles to reload somewhere in the? Yeah.
I mean, if you only carry one for each tube, that's very
Hey,
bad planning.
listen,
I don't know.
sometimes you guys have to scrimp and save, but
It's
yeah,
true,
it turns out
it's
that you
true.
do have some more concussion missiles.
I mean, I was just thinking about the number of times I play these kind of games and video games, and I'm often so broke I can't afford to refill my weaponry afterwards.
Okay, do you want food or do you want an extra
Yeah,
battery
exactly,
of concussion?
yeah.
We hardly ever use those.
I would like to, I guess, use the controls to try and use this this rear quad laser turret that I've pulled myself into to attack the TIE fighters.
Nice. You actually spot that there is a TIE fighter slipping around to take some shots at the engines. So you better do something.
I'm super twitchy due to my stimulants. Everything seems to be moving in slow motion. I think I have a body of 1.
Oh, good.
No, I have a body of 2 even. That's why I went.
Oh my
for it.
goodness, you're so good at this. You were just.
Well, let's hope I get to roll 3 dice, right, and take the highest. Is that the thing?
That is correct. That's you're rolling with advantage. That's just how it works.
I'm not
that
still
is
there, right?
12.
Do you? Well, so let's that's a great question. Sorry, there's a okay. My I don't know what's going on with my computer, man. It's like not letting me click on buttons. Okay, good. Whew, that was weird. If we take a look, sorry, just to pause for a second. Is Lishbek Finn? Did she leave the med bay and go to one of the gunnery stations?
Yeah, she sort of pulled away
Okay.
down the corridor, and it's like a.
Do you imagine she went to the? Do you want to go to the starboard side so that you run into Crash? Because that's where the concussion missile tubes are.
No, I think maybe on the other side, to be
Okay,
perfectly honest.
cool. So you're on the port
I
side.
think if I saw the concussion missiles, it was maybe just like a readout right on the board, like weapon
Sure.
systems, concussion missile 1, empty 2, empty 3, empty, and I'm like, crap. Like, we clearly missed a lot, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then go ahead and roll with body. You are firing with the lasers on the aft side against one of the TIE fighters trying to.
Well, I rolled a 12.
Oh
with
my goodness.
And metagame wise, I was thinking that it makes more sense for the wounded Lishbek Fen to hold herself into a gun turret than and Makajin and Crash seem like the perfect people to deal with getting the ship working again, right? The big Ench Trandoshan and the actual member of the crew who knows what they're doing. I think Lishbek Fen's only interaction with concussion missiles is mainly dodging them. But yeah, I roll a 12 on a 10 plus. The weapons hit, and my opponent marks 2 damage boxes. So
that will destroy a TIE fighter.
Yeah. So I blow the wing off this TIE fighter, and clearly it goes spiraling, nearly clipping the ship. But Jan, slams on the starboard thruster at just the right moment that the TIE fighter's debris only like scatters across like a little hailstone across one of the vents.
Nice. That is a nice fine explosion as you take out one of the 4 TIE fighters. Let's cut to Maka Jin as you just took care of the engines, but you know that the weapons have been damaged, and I'm curious what you're doing at this time.
If I remember correctly, like at the last part of the thing, I think I was running towards where Cross was. So
ooh, that feels great to me.
Yeah.
You can reach Cross.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I stopped because there's that sort of terribly beaten person there that I don't recognize.
Yes, it is an alien being. I don't know. Has your character ever seen what's called a Claudite? There is a picture of them I stuck in the
Yeah,
deceased tab.
I would guess they've never seen a Claudite, but they've seen pictures of a Claudite.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
because they're probably like in all the vids and stuff is the, you know, the bad guy that reveals their face and stuff, right? So
They put on many
Yeah.
Hollow Net experience. Maybe
exactly,
on. I love that.
exactly.
Be careful, or you might find a Claudite in your own bedroom.
Should be so lucky. That's what they always say.
So
Anyway.
there's a dead Claudite. Used
I
to be a
think
real
just
life.
very injured, wasn't it? Like, don't think he killed them.
Oh, right. Did Crush kill? Or sorry, that is a very good point. Maybe Crush didn't kill the Claudite. He just
I actually
beat
don't
them
remember.
unconscious.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember you disabled them
Dead.
completely. Like
We'll go
you broke
with
their-
dead. I agree
Okay.
that is likely disabled. We'll go with inert, not moving, not
inner, not moving,
away yet.
right? And I
Yeah.
think they sort of stop and say, "Seriously?" She's means it could be anyone on the crew. And then she'll probably pick her way past it and go. Did they shoot the missiles already?
This thing did.
No.
And I think I took like a blaster shot or something.
I remember
right?
you got hit pretty hard if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm at -2 trust. So that was zero trust. And 2 detrimental conditions. I'm almost out.
I have
I
medicine.
think
Ooh.
Can I do something to heal him?
You can, but that
Oh,
means
that's
you're
right.
also
Yeah.
not loading concussion missile tubes. So this sounds like the best idea to me.
Well, there's a lot of blood in Icar of different types. I think she's working through it visually, and when she sees it crosses her, she's like, "Oh my!" And let's just do a real basic first aid thing, whatever that would be. Okay.
Yeah, and I think Cross he's after the fight, he's kind of collapsed and is like sitting against the wall, holding like one of his big clawed hands over the wound.
Okay.
So is
Oh,
this connected?
Pause. Let me pause for a second. There's a mechanic that I meant to do at the top of the session. In fact, it was one of my wishes,
Oh.
and that is the personal directive. Please, everyone, take a moment. I think everyone has created one. Oh yeah. So Lishbeck Finn, you did find the saboteur that Maka identified, so you get a +1 trust as a result of personal directive from last session, but you need to set up a new one. I think Crush and Maka Jin, you both had created personal directives. I think
Yeah,
so.
at the end. So.
And so Janella, if you could, if you want to keep the one that you have defined, that's perfectly fine. But I want to make sure and highlight and bring that to your attention because that's
Yeah, it set that up for this session. So
okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a note, and I think this is from my directive last session. I'm supposed to ask Will. I don't remember this, but I've written it down. So prove to Lishbeck that I still have what it takes. I think that was my personal directive.
I like that. Yeah.
Cool. So have I done that? Have I proved to Lishbeck that I still
Hey.
have what it takes?
When Lishbeck finds out,
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
because that's for this session, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that was your
from
last one. That was your last
Oh.
one. Yeah, then take it. Yeah, take it 100%.
Okay,
Because you
cool.
will do the second we have that conversation. Sorry, I got the positioning
it's
of it mixed up. I'm just gonna write down help our hot shot keepers in the air. Because I think that upon waking Lishbeck Fenn's first thing is survive.
So we cut back to Maka Jin. You are hoping to help heal your compatriot Crush, and I think the best move for that is connect. When you're concerned about a crewmate, and tell them what you think they need to hear. Roll plus their favorable conditions on any level of success. They hear you, you earn +1. Oh, you earn. Well, dang it.
It's not the way I
and
want
they,
it to go.
yeah, I don't see any other like heal maneuvers other than connect.
Assist doesn't seem to.
Assist is helping somebody on a roll. It's not really giving them trust, and they
Yeah.
need trust back. So it does say actually, if they hear you, then they can also improve their trust. So
Okay.
I think that's how we'll do it.
All right. She goes, wait, we got to get you
So-
patched up. So there's something to actually hear that this is the first priority. And
So,
You're-
do I get +1 trust for the personal directive from last time? Since
Oh, that's true. Yes, because that's what Will said. So yeah, at the end of
Cool.
the session, you got a little bit better, but you're still hurting. So which
Yeah,
means
but
you get
that
more
means-
favorable conditions for her to roll
yeah,
with.
yeah, exactly.
Very
Okay.
perceptive. Good call.
right. So here we go. So I'm rolling and adding, Yes.
Krash's favorable conditions.
which are 2. That's awesome. And then I have a +1 because I have medicine, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm just rolling 2d6. I'm going to add 3 to the result. So I rolled an 11, I add 3, and that's pretty good because that's a 14.
Garsh. Okay, on connect on it just says any level of success, so darn it, but your 14 just is exactly as if it were a 7. On any level of success, they hear you, you earn +1 trust no matter how they react. So you get to get +1 trust. Does that take you up to 5?
I'm already at 5.
Oh, well, then you just, good job. You're still very trusted.
I don't know.
And then
Can you get
Krash,
4 favorable conditions? I don't.
you only have 3 total, so I
Okay,
don't
yeah.
think so. But that's a great question. I will ask in the Discord.
Okay.
Let's slap to Krash. How do you react? Do you accept what Magajin says about, I guess, is basically saying you need help, and do you accept that? Are you going to be?
Hmm. Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so. I think, no, I'm fine. Load the tubes, load the tubes.
Yes.
So what
Oh,
happens?
so good.
I get 1 experience if I reject. Yeah, cool.
You get to be a more experienced, mean old so-and-so. I love it. Okay. Do you wish to try to reload the tubes?
Yes.
Ignoring
sure.
this moment to connect? Crash, you awful being, you. I love it. Cool.
Yeah, I think Crush, he like stumbles to his feet, and I realize that I can't load the tubes by myself, but I can like open them and whatever, and Maka will have to do the actual heavy carrying this time.
Oh my goodness, this is great. You're too weak. Too weak. I love this. Yeah, I think you guys have to work together. Look at Jen, these concussion missiles are very heavy.
Mm. Mm. Well, I was a smash ball player. It's not like I'm a frail young thing. But my body currently is at 0. So yeah, is this an engineering thing? Is that what it is? Or because it's like gun, or is there some special
Feels
gun?
like it as an engineer reloading a weapon. I could see that. It's a little bit of a stretch, but
I'm not sure. Or is it, I mean, I'm not sure what it goes under. Except
yeah,
maybe
exactly.
guns,
It's like if it
but
isn't
it's
that,
still
then
this is ship's weapons, not spool weapons. So okay, so maybe I have a +1 to whatever. So what do you usually roll to do these?
oh
things?
yeah, I think this is a little bit of our act under fire style move. So I think you're trying to do something in a high pressure situation. So roll plus courage. You're proving your worth here.
Okay. So
You realize that Krash has put his trust in you to carry this out.
Okay. So I'm gonna do courage, I guess. Okay. I can do that. Just gotta look. Oh, it's -1. I'm like, what? Okay. So that evens out. So I'm just rolling 2d6 and whatever I get is what I get.
Love it.
But I got a 9. So not bad.
Nice. So on 9 on prove your worth, the difference between a 9 and a 10. So on 10 plus, you do it without difficulty and give advantage to a crewmate. On a 7 to 9, you succeed, but with some difficulty. You may take an injury, put a crewmate in a bad position, or damage or destroy something important, marking a damage box to the ship.
Ooh, I want to take an injury, but I want to hide it from Cross.
Ooh, do you think it's
Okay.
like
Yeah, like I'm
you
doing
cut yourself or
no, I think what it is I actually like you can hear something pop when she pushes the last one in, and like
harsh?
she's like done something to her shoulder.
Ooh, I love it. You're such a trooper. Man, this is the best.
Okay,
Cool,
so I
so-
take my trust down 1, right?
Yes.
And then I have to move one of my happy things over. Let's see here. How about, they just don't have the all-purpose confused. How about, I'll just
Confused
stick
is a-
insecure. I don't understand why it wouldn't let me help him. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Let's cut to Janella because I want to see the next round of actions. Janella, as you're at the cockpit, the captain is there and he's giving you a couple readouts. He says, listen, Janella, we don't have to take out all 4 TIE fighters. If we can just break free and jump to hyperspace, those things don't have hyperspace engines. We'll just leave them out here in space. Who cares? Who cares?
Oh, their other ship was destroyed, right? Their
Yes.
carrier ship. Okay.
Yes, the carrier
All
ship
right.
has been destroyed.
Okay. If that's what you want, sure. Yeah, then okay. Our shield's still good. Let's check to see, make sure those are good. But like,
I'll angle deflector shields. I've got it. He says.
I don't think that's a thing in Star Wars, but okay.
Actually, angling deflector shields
Is it?
absolutely is a
Alright.
thing that they do
I don't
in
know.
Millennium Falcon.
Okay. All right. So let's do some, let's try to like throw them off with like doing some like cool, let's do the Corellian twist. Just try to like, just like zoom
I
up
think that's
as
a
they're like,
dance, actually. And now I
no,
want to
it is
hear
not
it.
because it is a clearly Corellian's where all the pilots come from. So
Okay. All right, fair enough.
and that's when like, like I'm trying to like angle 2 ties that are like coming,
Ooh, that
sideways.
sounds
So like I can
very
like twist up.
fancy.
Yeah, so it's
Oh.
that's a techno babble, right? I don't know. If I do the Corellian twist, maybe I can, draw their fire towards each other. And
Okay. However, don't forget there is also if you want to really do something mind-blowing, you can always pull off the stellar move. But don't feel like you have to use that quite yet if you just want to do some
there's
fancy
so many
flying.
moves. It's so many moves that I have to look for it, but
There are lots of moves.
I mean that doesn't make sense because I'm following orders. So
That's true. We have come up with a house rule that there's 1 technobabble per PC per session.
yeah,
Just because
that's
technobabble isn't really a Star Wars thing.
yeah. I think we came up with that.
Yep,
session
we
1,
did.
so.
We did. I just kind of a reminder.
All right, so it's rolling with advantage, and I do get my piloting specialty for this.
Of course, yes. This is very much piloting.
Okay. Roll. Okay, 6 and 4 plus 3.
That is a lot. That is a 13.
Yeah.
That is some fancy flying. I think we like cut to the meme of Willow Offgood staring at Mad Mardigan. You are great. Sorry, just
Okay.
he was in Star Wars too, so I can pull it in, can't I?
Okay.
No. What does that look like? What is your crazy dramatic flying?
I don't know. Do they end up clipping each other or
That
hitting
sounds
each other?
amazing. With that
Okay.
kind of level, it has to happen. What does that look
So
like?
yeah, and then it's like a quick like a Tokyo Drift style thing in space as it's like, I'm spinning like the back end, around for like a 180 turn. So we're like, all right, we've got like a breakaway because 2 are damaged. So we're gonna try to shoot past that and just get away from these jerks.
Sweet.
Before.
Ooh, they explode. It's very dramatic. There's some great.
And you said the ship was too big to try this.
I listen, in the manual, it specifically says that good work.
Yeah. Never question me again, B4. Unless it's about astronavigation. That is your job. Find out. Also, please plot a course.
That's great. Sweet. So there's just one TIE fighter left, and I'd love to see some payoff for the folks that loaded up the concussion missiles. Who wants to try to take out that lone TIE fighter before they are able to get clear and plot a course?
Macajin, I think totally is the person to do it, right?
Aren't you in the gunnery?
Well, I think that you're by the I'm in a gunner's turret, right? And I think that I'm trying to shoot this TIE fighter, but it's too fast. And I am I've got the lock, but I can't get it on. I can't hit it with the lasers, right? Like it's running out of range. If only we had a missile left.
Yeah, well, and then we have a missile, so do it, use it. I don't know, what can I do?
Well, I mean,
you can engage the weapons.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't need to. I feel like sometimes in space sci-fi games we get a bit locked down into sort of like what the practicalities of a actual system would be, whereas like in Star Wars we can totally say that you could fire the concussion missiles from the computer that's hooked up to the tubes, right?
Oh yeah, like you screamed the coordinates out to me, the path.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm entering those. So yeah, sure, let's try that.
Cool. And I
Sounds
think
good.
that sounds exactly like a textbook assist. So if you want to roll to assist Lishbek Finn, you can.
All right. Let's see here.
I think you could even technobabble this, like I have to reroute the
Oh yeah. So
firing solution.
Oh, it's
to
like
the,
rewriting the control from the pilot
yeah.
to yourself. I'm like,
no, I'll program the missile itself. Is
Nice.
essentially
Program it on the fly. That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So she'll give it the pass. So essentially she goes, okay, yeah, opening the programming protocol, plot going in, read me the coordinates, starting coordinates and path. And
Let's do it the other way around, and let's have you roll weapons and I'll roll the assist.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dig it.
Let's see what's weapons then.
If you're using
Weapons is body.
but you've already used technobabble, so you roll with advantage.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that's 3d6. I can do that. I just have to type it. Okay. Let's do it. Yes, that's a 10.
Sweet.
Wow. Do you do
Or 11.
Oh, fantastic. So your opponent, which is a TIE fighter, marks 2 damage boxes. They have exactly 2 damage boxes. What does that look like? You having to do these coordinates? Like, is it?
So I think that what it is you see her, she just loaded that thing in there, and it's like a little too tall for her. That's why she popped her shoulder out. So she literally like has to like kick a box, like an equipment box over by it, stand on that and put her arm into the tube, pull out the back of the missile, and she's putting stuff in that way. Now, mind you, she's doing it with a probe or something. It's not like she's doing it with her fingers, but she's, essentially moving things real quick. Like it looks like she's doing, gesture to do the stuff as it goes in, as he's reading, or as Fenbeck. As Fen is reading, Lishbeck, as Fen is reading it off to me. I'm sorry, got the syllables switched, and then kind of closes it and hits the button with her elbow as she knocks her, is like sort of throws herself backwards because she doesn't want to be there when the thing goes off. Is essentially it.
That is wise. I wouldn't want to be there when it goes off either.
And I think from, the Fen's point of view, right, you've got that targeting computer, right, and it's
Mhm.
blurring backwards and forwards, and the lasers are firing out all the way around this TIE fighter that's doing a corkscrew, an evasive maneuver, right, that's a little bit better than Han's slight drift to the left. And that's when, like, it cuts to the other way view of the ship, right, like from fighter, and you just see like the lasers coming from the ship, and then on the opposite side of our ship, of the Sarlacc, one of the tubes goes, and then the missile goes, loops around the Sarlacc, and then fires off towards the thing slave to Lishbek's targeting computer.
Oh, I love it. And so he's like running away from the lasers, and he runs straight towards the concussion missile. And we see the like viewpoint right behind him where he raises his hands up.
Wilhelm screams.
Oh, I can't resist it, friends. It has to happen. And then all targets are down. B47C plots the final bit into the Navicomputer, and the Sarlacc lurches forward, and she jumps into hyperspace.
All right. So Ari, engines are damaged. We got a turret down, and we're missing 37 missiles. So that's the status report.
Captain says 37 missiles. We're
Yeah,
losing
I don't-
money on this
who-
job.
Who fired all of their loaded tubes? Anyone know?
The saboteur, and I sort of turned across and go, who were they pretending to be?
The human.
That's not helpful, Cross.
I don't know. They all look alike to me. They got that weird skin.
I mean, they don't all have pinks. I've got pink skin. What the, like?
Oh,
What
the
did-
pale, the female.
There's,
Crew?
there's multiple females on our crew, right, Cross?
Oh,
Yeah, but you
man, I
can tell
really
each
need
other
to-
apart, right? Was this Terra? Was that her name? Dirt, Earth, something like that.
turf herder or something. I love it.
Oh, okay, the sniper.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean one of our
Passengers?
passengers? Yeah, she sort of stops, tries to
Yeah,
wrap her head around that.
yeah, I don't know if we can trust the others, but or if they've been infiltrated, but this one was definitely not what she was supposed to be.
And
And it-
been there for come into the thing for some undetermined point, right? And is just gonna like prime a blaster pistol, you hear that power up, and just say, so you found out who it was then, kid. Good work. But let's go make sure the rest of the Loth Wolves are who they say they are.
And we're sure she's like dead, right?
Oh
Not
yeah, she's very dead.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it unless Claudites have some kind of special, I don't know. Never fought a Claudite before.
Wait,
mean,
they
they're
do
no-
in the vids.
They're notoriously hard to kill because they're really good at lying.
If Cass says, I don't know if it can shapeshift a new pair of lungs, then maybe.
They could.
There's blood all over here. I don't know.
They can stretch arms like 12 feet, so who knows?
While we're having this
Um,
conversation, I think I'll open one of the big equipment boxes that we took the missiles out, and I'll be like, put her in there. And we'll just put them in the equipment box and close it, just in case.
Oh,
Oh, is the
really
Claudite body
smart.
right here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Listbeck just
We
shrugs
should-
and
yeah.
shoots it.
All right.
I am appalled.
What the frack are you doing? Like, if they're alive, we want to question her.
They're dead.
Well,
They
yeah,
look dead to
maybe
begin with.
now.
I think they were very, very, very dead.
Alright, look.
Janelle. Most things don't come on the other side of a Trandoshan mauling.
You say that, but we all know the legend of Zam Wessel and how she is unkillable. So
Next, you'll be saying that Darth Maul survived.
who?
The captain says, yeah, like Palpatine. Yeah, he's not gonna survive.
He's never coming back.
Oh,
He went
that
down
man.
a hole in the Death Star that blew up. So gone.
All right. Well,
I lean back against the rapidly deteriorating fourth wall, and
Thank you.
well, how can we tell that someone's a Claudite?
She changed when I hit her, so I guess there's that. But
I don't know.
Maybe if
Medical
we
scan?
I don't think hitting everyone is an ideal.
I'd like to slap
Thoughts, Cap?
Janella midway through that conversation. She says, I don't think they're hitting anyone. I'd like to just checking, okay? Just checking.
How does Janella deal with that? Is that gonna hurt your trust?
My trust or her trust?
I mean, it probably hurt my trust.
That's true. That is true. Good perspective.
Here's a
Slap me? Like I was like, excuse me. Do you really want to do this?
It just sounded like something a Claudite would say.
She'll punch you right back. It's like,
Captain says, all right, this isn't.
No. And Fen just goes, good work. Listen, if there's more of them,
Crush,
we can
grab
find them.
someone, and I need you to secure the 3 remaining passengers that we have. Maka Jin, if you could go talk to 21B and see if there's some test that it can run to see if these people, if anyone else is a Claudite.
Where
Can't believe they were infiltrated.
it may be a whole different group.
Maybe. Be careful, Crush.
yeah.
I'll
Okay.
go with you. I
Good,
should hear.
good.
Whatever happened to the real terror?
uh,
It's probably not good.
so who's ordered to do? Was that Crash and Lishback that are going off to do that?
The captain told Crush, go get them.
Okay.
You're the
Uh,
you have
pilot,
as your
so-
personal directive fight
Yeah,
with
but
all
well, like
alongside
it's
Crash, so I can step back
pre-programmed.
for that.
We're in hyperspace right now. Hey, Maka, let's get to work on trying to fix up some of the damage.
Okay, I'll go talk to 21B, and then I will get down there and get to it.
Well, I mean,
Um,
you know,
th-
I can
oh, you
help.
want to help? Oh, sure.
I mean,
Sure, that would be
we're in
great.
hyperspace. There's not much for me to do right now, so
Oh, okay. Sure. I've never. Okay, yeah. Let's. But first,
We cut to the cockpit, and you can see
Yeah.
B47C has this like little extender and is playing some kind of data pad version of Suikoden, or Sudoku. Sorry, Sudoku, because
like Suikoden.
yeah, that's a video game. That's
It's
a little
gathering
more
all the
complex.
NPCs to
Gathering all the
its castle.
NPCs together in Suikoden. Oh, no, I saw a review of Suikoden, and it's coming, and that's got stuck in my brain. It says Sudoku. Oops. All right. So then it appears that Lishbek and Krash will be heading to speak to the other 3 passengers that you have. And Makajin and Janella are going to talk to 21B, your lovely
Medical droid.
medical droid.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see who wants to go first. We're gonna do the talk with the passengers first. Okay. You, Lishbeck Finn, where do you expect to find? Where do you think these three have been hanging out during the early part of this travel?
I think that they should be within their quarters, right? Because like that's in theory where they're supposed to be. I think the fact that they're the Loth, they're actually the Loth Wolves. I think that the second that the ship was under attack, they went down to the cargo bay with their gear in and immediately started arming up to the teeth.
That's yes. I didn't want them to step on anyone else's feet, but that's definitely what they did.
Yeah, we're just travelers with cargo that happens to pack down into concealed weaponry and a heavy E-web blaster repeater.
What? No, we were here to help defend the ship with the little amount of cargo we have. Yeah. Okay. So they've gone back to quarters. I don't think anyone has told them what happened to Esley, but they're aware she's not around. So when you come to see them in their quarters, and let's take a look at our ship. Where do we think their quarters would be? I don't think they're in a.
There's passenger shower and passenger head marked. So I guess the four cabin with
dining
the four
area
bunks, maybe.
The lounge dining area is probably like the most spacious spot for the three of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's say they're at the lounge dining area. I think that's an interesting place to have them. So we'll go there. You come in, then I think the Gotal Yatu is munching on some kind of food bar. And Lex stands up when you walk in. Hey, where's Esley?
Got some bad news about Esley. Well, you didn't think that Esley was a Claudite pretending to be a human the whole time, did you?
What?
Yeah.
Talik Aben says, what are you saying? He stands up. He's upset. Like he's going to defend her honor. No, that's a lie.
And I will pull out my data pad and hit a button and project a little hologram of the dead Claudites, you know, with like Esley's like clothes on, you know, like sort of probably like just, you know, like the very stereotypical kind of like chalked outline murder body, right, kind of thing, like lying down, like spinning blue crackly kind of on the above the little holopad. And I'll say, well, I hate to say it, but I think you've got Kras to thank here for taking revenge for one of yours.
Karkin.
Now, hand on the blaster pistol at a belt. This is one shapeshifter among the Loth Wolves. How sure are you that there aren't any more?
Listen, that's a one-way path to all of us ending up dead.
Or it's a one-way trip down to the med bay and we get all this sorted out once and for all.
Talik says, how do we know one of you didn't kill Ez? Store a body somewhere and you're just doing this to take us out too.
You think I would shoot myself just to cover up killing some stupid infiltrator?
Talik, who you fought, he doesn't stand down, but he doesn't throw back another insult your way. What about you guys?
I think I'm going to do my my intimidate here.
Ooh, that'll get a different reaction.
Yeah, like we've told you what to do. Just do it. Stop messing around. We don't need to talk about this. Just go do the blood test or whatever it is, and everything. Get everything sorted out. That's what I'm aiming for.
Nice. Let's see it.
So that-
Intimidate.
But
You have that's a move you have, right? If I remember.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Rolling
so
plus
it's
body.
Yeah, and I don't. My special fists don't help with this. So 2d6 plus 2. And I get the magnificent 6 with my +2. So maybe if Lishbeck helps me out here.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'll roll to assist. You just roll a single d6, don't you? I only rolled a 2.
Yeah, but that's enough.
Okay.
That gets 7. I had a 3 and a 1. So
Yeah, and I think that assist is just, as you sort of like step forward and kind of like intimidatingly flex, right? Like, and they're all locked up on you. There's just that sort of like stepping right behind you. There's just this sort of like dead-eyed kind of like steely look at each of them.
yeah.
And the grip on the blaster tightens slightly.
And there's this pregnant moment where Talek does not want to give in, but
Actually, I know how Lishbeck says it.
Oh, how does
like it's if there is another infiltrator here, then that's somebody who helped take out your friend. Don't you want to find them?
Nice.
Yeah.
Talek, he'll grudgingly. I'm not afraid to get blood. Fine.
So, sorry.
Were you going to say something else?
I just wanted to say the mechanical thing. On the 7 to 9, they will help you, but they may double cross you, which is really great.
Thank you for putting that out there. I also had read that move, and I'm very excited about the possibility of double crossing you. Cool. So, Maka Jin and Janella Jantek, you two are headed to have a nice, polite conversation with 21B, your med droid. By the way, 21B is the like designation, and this med droid has not bothered to create a unique name for itself. It's just that 2MB. That's fine. Whatever.
And I think before we go in, I stop and I say to Janella, 21B, he's not the most polite or helpful droid. So just be warned that getting irate with him just seems to make him keep on course with his particular eccentricities.
I mean, I've dealt with those types before.
Okay. Just wanted to give you a warning. It kind of hits the door button to go in. Takes a deep breath. Like this is like really, really stressful.
You okay? Do you you want me to do the talking?
Sure.
Did something happen with you two?
21B. No, I've just had a weird day.
Well,
It's just sort of rubber shoulder. So
okay. Well, we'll definitely check that out. I mean, you're telling me like I blacked out for a while there, and all of a sudden we're in the middle of a firefight. So.
you were sitting in the cockpit the whole time.
I go to sleep. I don't.
Does that happen often? We should have 21B check you out.
No, that's all right. That's okay.
Grab you in.
Yeah, as he puts the desk sticks like further in, she puts the desk sticks further into her pocket.
We have more important things to worry about, right? So
Okay.
yeah, let's like step in. Hey, 21. Is there a way that you'd be able to?
You
Like,
are welcome.
I know, thanks. Is there a way to determine if somebody is a Claudite in disguise? Do you know anything about that? You know, I know they're really good at faking most sensors and scans.
They have particularly sophisticated chromatophores in their skin cells. Gives them particular control over their lymphatic system. I'm sure you do not understand any of this.
No, you're right. But, you know, it's nice to hear it.
And she sort of nods, goes, I understand. So what can we use in their system that isn't affected by that particular lymphatic system? Must have something core. I mean, do we need to do a blood draw? Would that help?
It will take a particularly large quantity of blood to test.
And she sort of, her eyes narrow and she goes, how much?
How much is enough that you would knock somebody out? That's the amount.
That's a lot.
Look, I mean, can a Claudite keep their disguise up when they're unconscious?
It's
No, right? It's a conscious thing, right? They have to work at it. It's not like they just change shape and that's their shape forever. It's like tensing a muscle or something, I heard.
Is this Lishback talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in the other scene.
Oh, well, we not. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought we'd moved on to the other one. Sorry, I forgot we were. I thought we'd rounded up the Lothfuls and shoved them into the med bay. I apologize.
Let's say the
No,
door
that's
opens
okay.
up,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
the
Yeah, you
Loth
sit there.
Wolves, accompanied by Crush and Lishbeck Finn, come in, and Lishbeck can throw in that bit. I like having all four of y'all together. It's fun.
Sure.
Gotcha.
So everyone just needs to have a little nap. That would be great.
That's not ideal, though. But I mean, if there's no other way.
And
How quickly?
So like 2-1B's
How
gonna
long
like
would this
assure
test
you.
take? 21.
I will not be rushed.
Yeah, that's not an answer.
The estimated time to complete the analysis will be 2 hours.
Okay.
And that's when Talakabin says, everybody's giving their blood then.
Who says that?
Talak, the Radataki.
Okay.
He's just
Yeah.
gonna insist, oh, if I gotta do this, then you've got to do this. What if
Yeah,
we come
no.
up negative and you haven't found anything?
Talek, that's totally fine. But we should do it in shifts because we don't want like everyone passed out at the same time.
Lex says, I'll go first. And giant syringe comes out of 2-1B,
So
and
how about like
you will
we'll
not
do,
hesitate to go over there and stab it into Lex.
how
urine
about
unless
yeah,
you-
okay. Thank you, Lick. Lick and Leshbeck will be the first two. And then like we'll cycle out while Maka and I are doing repairs, and Talek, you can keep an eye on us. You seem understandably worried and on edge.
I'll just stick around with the med bay. Well, I'm as a player, I'm confused about what we want out of this scene so much. Like we've got the things down. We're at the thing. Like we've convinced them to take it. I was just going to stun all of them and take the quick route to finding out.
Well,
Right?
that's the thing is this conversation is an excellent opportunity for you while they're distracted with our negotiations to stun them all.
I know, but I just we can do the testing or whatever, right? But what are we? I feel like we're spending a lot of time talking through a scene that could be resolved in. We've already convinced them. We're now debating the mechanism of doing so.
Well, I don't know. moves.
Talek wanted you guys to be tested as well. That's his double
Yeah.
cross.
Yeah, but what are the moves that we're trying to use here to trigger? I'm not seeing any.
Well, I had to
Stairs.
look because this is a playtest. So
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't know. I
entirely
was angling
sure.
for like, an argument. I
There is a
guess.
trust
Yeah.
me move,
Yeah, like-
isn't there? So you
Yeah.
could try to get
There's the connect, right?
oh
Yeah, there is trust. Trust
Hmm.
me.
Yeah.
It's a PC though.
Yeah, I
was
didn't
it?
know if you were gonna put up a
okay.
fight about it.
No. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy to do so to move towards it. I just wasn't sure where we were going. They've already taken my blood. Listen, I'm not going to be poked and prodded any further. This Claudite, we need to find. I've been put under before, and I've woken up to see things completely change. This time I woke up and I knew that Maka had my back. But next time, who knows? It could be another Claudite. You could be the Claudite, Jan. Anyone here could be the Claudite. The only person I trust here is me and Crass, because I don't think that a Claudite would have probably washed the blood off their claws by now. If you want to roll the trust me and say, no, we all need to come together for this. And
Oh yeah, like that's
Yeah.
why we all need to be tested, Lishback. No one should be exempt.
Cool.
Are you saying you don't trust me? I killed the damn thing.
I thought you were going to say, I'll kill anyone who says they don't trust me.
I wouldn't put it past a Claudite to kill one of their own. That's how you ingratiate yourself. So roll favorable conditions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
On any level of success, they describe what they think of me at that moment, and if they trust me enough to do as I request. So 2. Do unfavorable conditions just don't matter, I guess.
Mhm.
All right.
The unfavorable conditions count with moves that ask for it, but they don't draw down.
9.
Nice. So on any hit, Lishbik gets to right.
All right.
So you were
Is it
going for it. Trust me. Crap. I had it just a moment ago. Okay. On any level of success, Lishbik, describe what they think of you at this moment. And if they trust you enough.
Well, I mean, I would angle, should we playtest the group section of this? Because Crash also seemed to be reluctant to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that
Fine, let's
works
do it.
perfectly, even better.
Great
Each tells-
idea.
All right. Let's go around.
so
Maka Jin. We'll go down character keeper order.
yeah,
Way
Yeah.
easier.
Oh, okay. So Maka Jin is like, well, it's reasonable. I don't feel like I have time. So if I could do it second shift, that would be okay. So she's like accommodating. That's how she is. She's like, I can work it out. Yeah, that's okay. So sure. She'll go along with it.
All right. Lishback.
I think I don't trust you. I don't think Lishbeck trusts anyone right now because she doesn't trust whether they're actually the people that they say they are. I mean, she trusted you like 5 seconds ago, but she's lost eyesight of you in between now and then. So you could be been taken over by a Claudite in between, right?
Taken over by.
Yeah,
All right.
it's the thing.
The tiebreaker. Cross.
Yeah, I think it's not that it doesn't trust you as such, but it says trust you or follow your lead. And I think that's like he doesn't want to have to deal with this thing. He feels like you should trust me because I killed the thing. Obviously, I'm not faking it. So I think that results in me saying I don't trust you.
Oh
Okay.
no,
Oh, wow.
Janella.
I take
Jory
-1.
does it -1 trust, but you mark experience. Your trust
Okay.
score can be used to break a tie, but there is no tie because there are 3. Harsh.
And I think
That is one way of reading that move, isn't it? That's a move that I think has got both ways of, is it are you saying that you trust them in the abstract, or in the specific of following your lead when it comes to that question?
Yeah,
Is it?
I feel
open
like
to
here it
interpretation.
was more like going along with the
Mm,
thing that she wanted us to do.
Yeah, I think it's like if people say no, that it feels bad for Janella is what
Yeah.
it is. So they take a sort of hit. So
So yeah, on any level, they describe what they think in that moment, but then also like the other stuff happens.
Yeah,
And if they trust you enough to do as you request.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. So I don't trust her enough to do that. Yeah,
I see how it is.
I won't do that.
Dang.
I
I'll do
think
anything for trust.
Yeah, but I won't do that.
Give blood? Never.
I think this could trigger my confront move because I feel like Janella openly distrusts me. Like she wants
Oh,
me
that's
to
true.
do the she
Do it.
wants
Test
to
your
force me
blood.
to do the
Yes,
test.
do it. Do it. If you confront them, roll plus favorable conditions.
All right. Well, let's hear the confront, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to we're playtesting. I don't think I would do it otherwise. So it's +2, that's an 8. What happens? If they choose 1, 10 + 2. So you choose one of the things.
Well, you need to tell me. You need to use words.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
I've proven myself. I've been hurt. I've been injured. I killed the thing. I can watch everyone else while you're doing these tests.
okay. So I choose one of this. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot has gone on, Crass. We're all under suspicion until we prove otherwise. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This is so we don't start a fight with the passengers. I'm gonna give you one experience. Describe what you learned.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I obviously learned that I can't bully Janella. She's going to. She will call me on my on my ship, basically.
Nice.
I also fill up my XP, so I have to take an advance. But yeah, I think Janella basically she won't put up with Crash trying to get out of this, so he'll just have to put up with doing it.
Cool. So then we're good with not working about a schedule and everything along those lines, but it seems like
Yeah,
Lek has ordered
it gets
his
hammered
guys to
out.
do it. You hammer it out, you do it in pairs. Everybody gets knocked out for a little bit. And at the end, we'll have 2-1B on a like hollow, and all of you sing around with the captain as 2-1B says,
I cross-checked the samples against the Claudite's blood. None of the subjects of this test have the same bioorganic material structure as the Claudite. Therefore, based off of the information, I do not believe anyone left on the ship who participated in this test is a Claudite.
and the
All right.
hollow disappears. Lek of the three is the only one that seems to relax. Not that he thought he was a Claudite, but more along the lines of, good, no one else on my crew is a Claudite.
and Marcus says in the quietest possible voice, she goes, "Do you still want to go to your destination? It's certainly been compromised."
Yeah, we've got orders. I mean, we need to go. There's some people who need our help. They're probably in worse trouble than we expected now. But if we don't show, they're doomed.
Okay, well, I got some engines to look at.
Captain wipes his forehead. Good work, everyone. I'm sorry for your loss. He looks to the three, doesn't call them loath wolves. And as they're heading out, Lek Huron says, "Hey, Lish, can we talk for a minute?"
Sure, kid.
Sorry, Talek was a little hard. He was pretty close with Ez.
I know what it's like to have one of your own turn against you. And I know what it's like for someone to think that you've turned against your own.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Listen,
Sorry you lost someone.
we're going to be short. You think anybody on your crew might be amenable to helping us out?
I mean, S was not just your gunner, but your mechanic, right? Person who
Yeah.
could get their hands inside things. Well, I don't think of one person who'd be a good fit for that. Starwipe 2, Macajin, hands deep into a the guts of an engine, right? Yeah. Or conversely, perhaps Specialist Ezra was the best pilot. No, the team's backup pilot. Lek Huron's a backup pilot. Cool, we don't need that. So yeah, I think I'd throw Macajin in there. The normal.
Nice. All right. If you could talk to her when we get to station 88, we've got to get some people off the station. They've been hiding out. There's a lot of Imperials around, as you would guess.
Yeah. And Star Wars wipe across the thing at whatever point. Because I think having said Macajin, I mean, I'm happy to have that conversation with Macajin, or maybe it could just start with, "You want me to what?"
Yeah. Do you want to have the whole conversation with Macajin, or do you want to jump in to Lishbekfen and said, "Hey, we're going to go do a mission"? Do you say for the New Republic, or just keep it generic and say to help some people?
I think I keep it generic. I think we got to do, and I think that maybe I've already outlined the basics of it to Maka, right? Like, and we pick up on the sentence of Maka's kind of response to that, like.
And I think she blinks and she goes, "Well, yeah, I mean, we can do this. Yeah, if there's people who need help, we'll do this. I mean, the captain's cool with it, right?"
Sure.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll pack a kit, okay?
Yeah, nothing too bulky, nothing that'll mark you out. You don't want anything that's got the ship's insignia on.
Okay.
You
There's a
want
lot of stuff you gotta think about when you're doing this, isn't there?
Yeah, you have a blaster?
I have a case with a blaster in it.
Yeah, get it out of the case.
All right.
And maybe ask Crass for a few pointers. Just in case.
And she sort of stops and she goes, "He's lost a lot of blood."
We all have stumbles against the side of the ship, right? Like, yeah.
Good stuff. That's good. Cool. Well,
Does
feels
this
like
get out?
just what get out.
This mission that Maka is being sent on?
I'm really curious how Maka Jin, you did ask, does the captain know? And we're told yes. So do you bother telling anyone that you're going to be getting off with the others?
I don't know. Let's see here. I think she's worrying about like taking all the ship's insignia off of the tools that she thinks she might need. Does that make any sense? And she's like, oh, I gotta scrub these down. I think she's like literally
Property
like
of Sarlacc.
I
mean,
can put it back on if I can.
it could get out in the way of while you're filing away the Sarlacc stuff, right? Like Janella can ask, what the crap are you doing to the Hydra spanners?
So I'm more
right?
interested in like, yes, it's already gotten out, so I can confront one of two people in this situation.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Like, so I either wanted to like connect with Maka Jin or confront Lishback.
Hey, however it's got out, we can always come up with a reason for it,
Oh,
right?
before
Like maybe
7C tells you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. What? Okay, maybe I don't know. Maybe they're still like they're just having the end of their conversation. I don't know.
Yeah, after the conversation.
Or like you're like guiding her through like you probably need to do this and this, and that's when like Janella just like storms in. I'm sorry, what's happening? And this is, are you insane?
Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, good. Now, right.
Yeah. Maka, you don't need to do this.
She sort of stops and she goes, well, there's people who need help. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I understand that you want to help people, but this is, I'm sorry. I think this may be a bit above you. Like, I will take this responsibility for you. Like, I've got experience doing this sort of thing. And what? You just volunteered someone without discussing it with the crew?
Someone volunteered. I know that's a strange thing for you to understand.
B4 told me everything.
Yeah, I went and I asked Maka.
Yeah, after you already suggested someone.
Yeah. I'm not seeing the problem.
This is a crew decision.
This is a crew member's decision.
No, this is a crew. We work together. Like, we need to discuss these things before you just go off and do your own thing. You're not the captain here. You're not in charge.
And Maka goes, wait. You've done this stuff before?
I've done a lot of stuff before, Maka.
So what do I need to know?
I don't know because they haven't told us what you're doing.
You're right. We should go ask. And she like picks up like her toolkit, she still has her file. She's clearly gonna keep working on this.
Cool. So it
I
felt
don't
like
know if it was a connect or a confront.
Yeah,
or...
well, so I didn't feel like your confront had the triggers of no one insulted someone you respect, no one criticizes your performance or mocked your exploits or failures.
Hey,
so
it is a weirdly reactive move.
It is a very reactive move.
Okay, so I'm
I was
clearly
actually leaning
concerned about
towards-
Maka. So
I was actually leaning towards criticizing your performance.
oh, that's true. So you like,
just
this
didn't
is
wanna-
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
with
really-
the whole you're here now.
Yeah, I just didn't want to lean too heavy on it because obviously from a meta point
Yeah,
of view,
that's
it
like-
was like, yeah.
it's meta and it's not fun,
Yeah. So
But
it
let's
was
say
just how
that
much
that's
you wanted
enough
to
to
embrace
trigger
the
that. Let's just so we play test.
Well,
let's
yeah.
trigger that.
have
confront
we
move.
rolled connect at all?
Which one would you like to do?
We have once when Maka Jin was trying to heal Crush at the start of the session. We've also rolled a confront. So which one are you more interested in?
I'm interested in connecting because that's what the game is actually about.
True. So you're trying to connect with Maka Jin by telling her she's not any good at anything.
Like,
you shouldn't go do this.
I don't want to see you. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to die.
Well, and she sort of stops and goes, but would it? I mean, that's what you do. You know how to do it. I can figure it out too. You're super important to this ship. They need a pilot.
I mean, not if you talk to B4, but
And she kind of goes,
we need a
B4.
mechanic way more than we need a pilot.
and she goes, well,
No one knows this ship like you do.
she kind of goes, well, I don't think that's true. It's just that I know. And she goes, I've just been where things are kind of falling apart recently a lot. So maybe it'd be good for everyone if I just get out of the ship for a while and things can calm down.
Oh, that's so sad. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. Roll plus their favorable conditions, and since everyone trusts Makajin, how is it that Makajin only has 2 favorable? Oh, that's right. You
Because
lost the trust.
I took a trust down in order
That's
to,
true.
yeah.
All right.
So
2d6 plus 2 then, right?
Yeah.
All right, 13.
Uh,
You hear me and you earn +1 trust,
okay.
and then you get to choose. the other.
Oh, choosing is so hard. Let's see here. So this is the connect, right?
Yeah, so Janella, so on any level thing, they hear you, you earn. So Janella just earned +1 trust.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
then-
Oh, I earned it.
Yep.
Yeah, and
then-
then
Oh.
I take a
Makajin.
trust if I accept what you say, and I mark experience if I reject it.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of like that choice for this move.
Yeah. So I think
Enthusiastic.
she kind of looks between Fen and Janella, Elishbeck and Janella, and she kind of goes, no, I said I would help. And she kind of looks at Leshbeck and she goes, and I at least have to try. But if you do this all the time, and she kind of looks like she can't even like fathom that. I mean, I'll take any advice you have.
Stay alive, kid.
Star Wars answer.
I'm happy to help you. So much, yeah. Looks like we're both going.
Oh, that'd be great.
I could roll my comfort, actually. And a crewmate insults your
Ooh.
cause, questions your morality. I think my morality's been questioned here.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
think you big question. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you walk
yeah.
around wearing a t-shirt, question my morality, please.
I do,
But-
yeah. Well, I mean, they design the character to be questionable morality. Yeah. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah, I guess just to see what it's like, right? Like,
Yeah. This is
I
the
f-
game.
yeah. Maka leaves to go get ready, right? And Lishbeck and Janella are left behind, and I'm just gonna go. You get what you wanted out of that, Janella?
No, because her life is still in danger.
Yeah. And that's where she's chosen to put it. And I'm going to roll my favorable conditions, and I'll say, who are you to tell her what she can and can't do?
Yes.
I rolled a 13. Wow.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that is so
On a 10
Queen of
plus, they
confrontation.
choose 2. And I'm
2.
going to say, you're not.
I choose.
Yeah, you choose 2. Yeah, you
Okay.
choose 2. And I think the comforting limb is I'm going to say, listen, we're not in the Empire. We're not even in the New Republic. She is a member of this crew, but this crew, they get to choose what they want to do, and this needs to be done. And she's brave enough to do what needs to be done. So that means that we need her. They need her. She needs your support, not your doubt.
She's fresh-faced and willing to, and so eager to please you that anything you ask her to do, she'll jump to do it. You're just manipulating your own power over her.
Well, I mean, that was certainly what you did, the impression you gave me before I rolled the favorable conditions and did the confront. So let's see what you choose out of those two now.
Well, it's like this is her response. Like,
yeah, I know, but
you like.
I guess what I'd be
this is
interested in
happened.
seeing is your
This
two
is-
choices, how that goes into your response.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No, I'm building up. People.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Jesus. Like, this is happening. That's why I'm going with her, because I don't want her to die because you just riled her up without any clue what to do. So I'm gonna take -1 in trust, and yeah, you get an XP
Okay. I think what I have learned
because I
is,
don't know what you want. So
Oh, I mean, what I want is,
so I don't know what to give you. So like, it's
yeah.
also fun to give XP, I guess.
Yeah. I think that what I want would have been the less hostile approach to Lishbeck men, I suppose, the common cause. But no, I think that's perfect, because I think what I've learned from that is that Janella is passionate, but she will put her money, her creds where her mouth is, and throw herself in there as well if it comes to it. So not just sniping from the sidelines kind of thing.
Yeah. So the last question I have, as we're reaching near end of session, is, so it sounds like Maka Jin, Lishbeck Finn, Janella Gentek are all in on helping the Loth Wolves with their mission. They have to free some refugees from Station 88.
Well, since it sounds to me like anyone can just volunteer, I'll ask Cross if he wants to go.
Thank you.
I guess it's what I'm getting paid to do, so sure.
Great.
Awesome.
Like,
So, yeah.
when the captain finds out about more than half the crew abandoning the ship to go join the Loth Wolves, can we have that scene?
What's the Loth Wolves?
Yeah, I think here's the thing: is the Sarlacc comes out of hyperspace. We cut to the captain's quarters, and he's sharing a drink with Huron, and Huron says, "I know you're putting a lot at risk loaning me these people." He says, "Well, it's for the cause, and they think it's their idea." Clink their glasses together. He takes a sip, just leans back. And that will be the end of this session. We'll end up with you guys doing an off-the-ship mission, but you're going to quickly get onto a ship, because that's part of it. It's like, go on the station, get these people, let's get them out, and get on a ship, get out. Possibly on the Sarlacc. We'll see how that goes. So let's see. Is there end of session? Yes. Resolve the personal directives from this session. The results based on the other character involved in the interaction. So let's start from the right-hand side of the character keeper heading towards the left. Crash, what was your personal directive?
Make sure that Maka is okay. And that was from last session when she was involved in some weird stuff with a creepy droid. And I think, I mean, I haven't, we've interacted enough that I've seen that she's okay.
Yeah, but you don't get to make that judgment. If the other character, which means if Maka Jin says it was a positive interaction, or do you think it was a negative or neutral interaction, Maka Jin?
Oh, that's a good question, because really, in a lot of ways, that interaction was him refusing my help and making me put the missile into, like, load the bays. But in some ways, he was the one that was more on target for the mission. So I think it was positive. Like, I learned that, essentially we got to get the job done before we worry about our own health. So sure, I learned a valuable lesson. I'm 100% in. I understand the value of sacrifice.
Oh,
Oh man, it hurts.
so
I love it.
bad.
So then you
so-
get +1 trust. Crash gets +1 trust. Lishbek Finn, did you have a personal directive? What was it?
I'll admit mine was a bit lazy, and it was help our hotshot keepers in the air. It was very much based upon the immediate situation that we were in, and it's whether or not Janella feels that the rear gunner turret helped, or whether she thinks that I had it all in hand.
Yeah.
And I'd be totally happy with her, Janelle, to be like, that wasn't even needed.
Okay. So it's like narrowly focused to the written directive
I think
versus
so,
not
yeah.
just like no, we didn't have a positive experience, but unrelated to that.
Yeah, I think so, because I guess you could set it up as like, we still hate each other, right? But by
Yeah,
God, I actually
so,
helped you do.
then
By God, I
by-
respect you.
If narrow focused, yeah, it was positive. Like
Yeah.
he shot down a thing, right?
Yeah.
No, actually, Makajin shot down. Yeah, no, you shot down one, right? There were 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes.
Okay.
The others.
Now, Makajin, what was your personal directive?
Back cross up and getting these saboteurs out of our midst. So certainly I was 100% on going with about that we had to follow up on the Claudites and all of that stuff. And I never doubted that what Cross's story was. So if that makes, I don't know what else. That would be
What do you think? It's
thing
really
for
up to
Cross.
Crash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like Makajin was on the sensible side of handling the saboteurs, so I think that was positive.
Okay. And then Janella Gentek's personal directive was fight with or alongside Crash. So Crash, what do you think about that? Was it a positive, neutral, or negative reaction?
But we had a fight, I guess, an argument.
Yeah, it's a fight.
But we were also, I mean, yeah, I wasn't really involved in the spaceship fighting. I
Actually,
think,
you were bleeding out and you made me load
yeah,
up so that we could have that last fight. So you were involved. You were the one that made it.
Could we perhaps say that the confrontation with the Loafwolves was it didn't come to escalate to physical blows, but it was nearly there, and I
yeah,
think
that's
that
true. That's true.
That's
Janella,
true.
Yeah, I
I
won't
think,
take your shit. Remember, you learned that.
yeah. Yeah, I think that was neutral. I don't feel like it was positive, but I don't think it was negative either. Like Crash
Okay.
respect Janella
Get
for
an XP.
for
Get an XP,
not
Janella.
backing down. So
Cool. So we are at time, but it was the time I imposed, so I'm going to extend it just a little bit so that I can at least get wishes in. We've got one session left. I'd love to hear wishes. Wishes can either be I'd love if I had a wish, it would be this happened in the last session, or it can be if I had a wish, I'd like so and so thing with a little more clarity in the rules because it is a play test. So who'd like to go first with wishes?
I can go first. With wishes, I would like some Stormies and sort of like background of Imperial things, just so that I can use my now you see me and blend in with the local population move, which I've been dying to do for ages. And
Guarantee.
Otherwise, I would like to have a speeder or some sort of vessel involved at some point for our hotshot to be behind the wheels of a different vehicle than the flying Sarlacc, and do some just so it's there as a possibility, right? Like a transport, something smaller, something different, like than the big capital ship that we're in.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Those are good wishes. Thank you.
Yeah, oddly, I think smaller vessels actually offer more opportunities for players to do things other than just run around the ship and go, oh, I hope the pilot's dealing with it.
Okay.
Chilling.
I'm not interested in that as much. So
Oh,
just
fine.
letting you know that.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, my moves are not really about that. So I'm very Captain Kirky.
Cool.
I just
Good to
like
know.
more, more of the interpersonal stuff with the crew. Because, like my personal deck, don't forget to set your personal directives for the next session. I set
Thank you.
mine as keep an eye on Makajin because, She's the rookie. So yeah, like I love to getting more arguments with Lishbeck and with Cross now. So
I guess I'm
I
gonna set
guess
mine
like
as show Jan what's at stake as a personal directive, right? Does that work?
like she knows. But
I can only do so much with a character who knows everything and does everything.
I wouldn't go that
like,
far. It's just
well,
like
you know what I mean. What should I do?
it's so funny that we're like the same page, we're just diametrically opposed personalities. Like, I guess like, yeah, that's the interpersonal conflict with the crew.
Okay. Then Sherry or Undesh, who'd like to go next with wishes?
I have a pretty specific wish. I took a goofy move that I would love to have the opportunity to use, and it's called Pour the Tea. And it's, since you blend in so well, you can often overhear things that are supposed to be secret. So I can burn a trust and you roll savvy to eavesdrop on a conversation and to find things out. Because
Oh my gosh.
she's just, she's naive, and it's just like it's just an aura around her. So people never think she's up to no good.
That sounds awesome. I love that move. Very, very good. Cool. Undesh, wishes.
Not really. Get into some trouble, but I think that's a given. So
Okay, cool. Everyone gets to express one wish. So, Undesh, yeah, or not one wish. Crap, Rich, flip stars. You get 1 star. Everybody gets 1 star, and then we're gonna call it 1 star.
1 star. Yeah, star to Jolene for really how do I put it? Janella's been up in everyone's face in a really great way, and I've loved every second of it. That's what I want to say.
Nice. Sherry, what is your 1 star?
There's a lot of good stuff, but I think the thing that I liked the best was Cross refusing my medical assistance and making me load that thing up. I think that was a lot of fun. I like kind of didn't expect it, and it just made it an interesting, weird, like I'm so unsure what's going on, but I'll do what he says kind of thing. And then going, he was right. Yeah, so I like it.
Nice. Nice. Thank you very much. Jolene, what's your 1 star?
I love the connect with Maka Jin. She says,
that
no, I
was
gotta
good.
do this.
Nice. Yes, I think Sherry's reaction to that was really enhanced the duality of the scene there. And Will, 1 star.
The moves with the connect, with the confront, with the stuff, playtesting some of those things, including the group one, even though like I feel like the group one kind of didn't work out fictionally the way we wanted it, but then it did in the end anyways. You know what I mean? Like it's interesting to play around with the system and see even where the rough edges are.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, this was quite fun. Thank you all so much. Yes.
Yeah, I was playtesting moves that don't have a 10+ result just feel weird. Like, okay, you roll and it either happens or doesn't. So
That is very good, because I felt that and I meant to write it down. Thank you for that. Cool.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
wider note would be this desperately wants a sort of like mask style dynamicism to the intercharacter relationships. It's quite like hard to actually do it with the moves that are here, I think, right? Because Janela and Lishbeck would be moving each other's labels around constantly, but it kind of boils down to, do you take 1 trust or do you lose 1 trust? And it's very, yeah, you know.
I almost feel like there would be a really fun bit in that labels thing of, instead of me moving your trust, I'm playing with your conditions. And that then affects your trust, because that feels more directed. But it also is very writer's room. Like, I'm telling you, you have to be more enthusiastic. So that could be a little touchy for folks. And maybe, yeah, but me, I'd be all about like, oh yeah, you are definitely untrusted. Like, here's your condition that you get. Yep. I would find that much more fun. than
Yeah.
what it is now, which is like a 2-step remove. So good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for this playtest. We'll finish up next week. And with that, we'll finish the recording.